Inky's Great Escape, the incredible and mostly true story of an octopus escape. Inky was the greatest escape octopus of all time. He slithered his way out of every trap ever invented and lived to tell the tale. And he really liked telling the tales. One day, after wrestling with a particularly tricky trap, Inky decided it was time for a break. His arms needed a rest, so he retired to the local aquarium. Every day, he and his tank mate, Blotchy, would play hide and seek, followed by a game of rousing charades. Every night, they played Crazy Eights. Inky would tell Blotchy all about his daring escapes. Blotchy lived at the aquarium for his entire life and had never seen the ocean. To Blotchy, Inky's adventures sounded like wild stories that lined his bookshelves. He had a hard time believing any octopus was capable of such astonishing feats. One night, he said to Inky, "I bet you can't escape from here." Inky looked all around the tank, which was sealed tighter than a clamshell. "I'll take that bet," he said, thinking of the old days. He looked out at the room beyond. He could feel the itch of adventure whispering through his brain. "I'll go one better and escape from this whole aquarium." "Yeah, right," Blotchy laughed. "It'll be my biggest escape yet," Inky said. "It's impossible," Blotchy cried. Inky just smiled. What Blotchy didn't realize was that impossible escapes were Inky's favorite kind. After many years of practice, Inky had discovered the two keys to an amazing octopus escape: patience and opportunity. So Inky waited. He drew up his plan and called it Inky's incredible idea for an ingenious escape. Blotchy said the name was a bit long, but Inky knew it was just right. Days went by, and Blotchy started to get smug. "I knew you couldn't do it," he said. "Patience, Inky, patience," Inky said. "Did I ever tell you about the time I waited 12 days to escape from the lair of a giant squid?" Inky asked. "Yes," said Blotchy. "Every week," Inky told him again. Anyway. Later that evening, the opportunity Inky had been waiting for arrived. One of the keepers left the lid to their tank open a crack. It was just a tiny crack, but that was enough for Inky to work. That was enough so that Inky could work with it. "The time has come," Inky said to Blotchy. "I'm about to make history." You think he's going to escape? Where's the lid? There, it's open right there. There's the light over here. Where you see that Inky's going to get out of the tank maybe. We'll see. So it says, he swam over to the side of the tank and began to climb. Well, the only way an octopus can climb is one sucker after another. Inch by inch, he pulled himself up to the top. With magnificent skill that only the most remarkable octopuses pose, He poked one arm through the lid and began to wedge his body out through the gap. Inky went as flat as a piece of seaweed as he prodded and elbowed his way to the other side. So there he is, working hard to get out of there. After a great slurpy pop, Inky squeezed free and clung to the outside of the tank. "Blotchy," he called out, "there's a whole world out there. Do you want to come with me? It'll be an adventure to remember." "No, thanks," said Blotchy. "Tomorrow's Fondue Friday. I don't want to miss it." And there he is. There's the aquarium worker that doesn't even see him leaving. "Fair enough," Inky said. He slid down the side of the tank, leaving a triumphant trail of octopus ooze in his wake. Blotchy peered through the glass and watched his brave friend make his way across the aquarium floor. Inky's limbs swirled as he hauled himself along the tiles. He forged ahead while the incredibly idea for an indigenous escape unfolded perfectly. Where is he at? There he is. And there's the ooze. He's leaving his mark. All the creatures in the aquarium had their sights set on Inky. They watched his every move, hardly daring to blow a bubble. See them all looking? The most spectacular escape octopus ever stood on the edge of a drain he'd spotted from the watery confines of his tank. Inky waved to the crowd. There he is waving. "Remember this moment, friends," he said. I am but one small octopus with big dreams standing on the brink." And it says, "Just say bye," Blotchy hollered. "Farewell," Inky said, coiling himself into a long rope. Cheers rang out from every tank as he slipped down the drain and out into the ocean. And there he goes, my friends, slipping into the drain and out into the ocean. This is the aquarium shop. These have souvenirs for sale, and it says, right here it says, "Take a fish friend home." For years afterward, Blotchy told each new arrival about the amazing Inky and his great escape from the aquarium. Someone had to stick around to tell the tale after all. And oddly enough, every once in a while, a little dribbly trail would appear leading from the drain all the way to the octopus tank. If you listen very closely, over the shuffling of cards, you hear a voice. "Did I ever tell you about the time I tangled a lobster trap?" Yes, was the answer, but you can tell me again. And that's the cute story, my friends, of Inky, the greatest escape octopus of all time.